this video I want to show you how I do my pulled pork. Start with just bone-in pork butts. What I've done is got these ready ahead of time. I've pre-trimmed the outside, the exterior fat. I've taken off as much as I can, and that's how I prefer to do it before I smoke it. And then I put a rib rub on it, and you can use any of your favorite rib rub, whatever, the soy sauce, garlic powder, onion powder. But I like using just a good old rib rub. I'm doing it ahead of time, overnight. I'm going to let it set in the fridge, and then tomorrow I'm going to be smoking it, and we'll get back to that in a little bit. Okay, this is the next day. We had our pork butts pre-trimmed, pre-seasoned overnight in the cooler. We've got the grill ready to go, set up indirect heat, charcoal and mesquite. We already got a good smoke going. As you can see, the indirect heat pulls off to the side, drip pan in the middle. Okay, we're going to put them, what would be the fat side up. Alright, we're going to let them smoke 40 minutes. I'll add some more mesquite. I like to use mesquite if we need to, or coals. Keep our fire going. And I'm going to, every 40 minutes, I'm going to add what I need to. I'm going to smoke it for 2 hours. I'm going to put actually an over heavy smoke on it. And I'll explain that why later when we finish the process. Okay, well, it's smoked for a couple of hours. As you can see, it's got plenty of smoke on it. Now, it's far from being cooked, and I know this, but we're going to finish it in the roaster. If you want to finish cooking it on the grill, it's the same process except a couple exceptions. After the first 40 minutes, I wouldn't add any more smoker wood. It's going to get bitter. And then I would baste it with garlic butter with a little bit of soy sauce, melted butter with garlic and a little bit of soy sauce. That would be a good addition to it. So we're going to take it off. I'm going to cut it in smaller pieces, and I'll show you and finish the process. Okay, now I'm going to show you the secret that makes this pulled pork so good. I take a packet of the dry onion soup mix. I put it in my roaster. Easy open package. Okay. Put it in the bottom. And then I'm going to put about ½ inch of water in the bottom of the roaster. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. Alright, I'm going to mix it up. Alright. Yes, my hands are clean. Okay. Now I'm simply going to cut this in smaller pieces so it'll cook faster. As you can see, it's far from being done, but it's got that real heavy smoke. And the reason I put the heavy smoke, once it breaks down and you shred it and you blend it all together, it just has a wonderful flavor. So I'm going to finish cutting this up, and then I'll show you the final step, what we add to make this the best pulled pork you ever had. Okay, here's the final ingredients for our delicious pulled pork. We're going to use a bunch of garlic powder. As you know from my videos, I love garlic powder. It's a good tablespoon and a half. Can you really have too much garlic? Not for me. And for a little extra flavor, maybe just a tablespoon of onion powder. Okay. And then good old black pepper, probably a tablespoon. All that stuff just makes it so yummy. Now the final thing is a little extra moisture, and I like my pulled pork to be nice and moist. So I've been using beef broth or chicken broth. It adds a little bit of sodium, but yet not too much, and the flavor is really good. I'm only going to use about half of that box. I think that's going to be enough, and that's a 32-ounce container. But I think I've got plenty of moisture in there to cook it down really nice and keep it moist. And we'll put it in the roaster, and we'll cover it. 350. It's going to take another 3 hours. Okay, it's been about 3 hours, and it's getting where it's breaking down now. I did skim off some of the fat, And there's still a lot of moisture in here, but when we break this down all the way, it's going to soak all that up, and it's going to keep a really nice, moist pulled pork. So I'm going to finish breaking that down. We'll show you when we're all done with it, and we'll talk about storage. Here we have it, all shredded, all broke down. As you can see, it soaked up all them good juices and flavorings and seasoning that we added in there. It's so good, you won't even need barbecue sauce. It's just so moist, delicious. That smoke just makes it, it really does. So hopefully you'll find this a good recipe for you. One key thing, this was 2 whole pork butts, but that would be enough for, roughly 80 sandwiches, finished product. It's real important to cool it down properly. So you want to put it in 2 or 3 bigger, shallow pans, and do not cover it. Let it steam out and make sure you get it cooled down proper, so you can't get ill from that. So other than that, hopefully you'll enjoy this recipe. Howie the Butcher, and if you don't know meat, know your meat man.